strikes, LSU being aggressive with him.
We'll see Josh Pearson, who got the scoring started with a solo shot to the diamond deck in right back in the third inning. First pitch a strike, and it's 0-1. His activity now starting to move down in the Lion bullpen. A right-hander up and throwing. We'll get you their name in just a moment. Now we've got time called by our third base umpire, Clayton Ham, calling for time. As looks like something thrown onto the field in right, and they'll go out and retrieve that, toss it right back into the diamond deck. Surely that was accidental. Nope, there it comes again. They threw the baseball back. Okay, that's interesting. We have some Lion fans out there in the diamond deck.
One more time, we might have to see who it is.
Yeah, this time they're not going to get it back. They'll just keep it down on the field. See, the ball girl thought they wanted a souvenir. She went out, retrieved it, tossed it back up, and what do you know? It comes right back out on the field. So that one will stay in the LSU arsenal. Here's the 0-1 to Pearson. Slap, line drive, but right at Kraska, who just had to steady his feet, put out the glove, and make the grab on a hot line drive down the first base line. 2 gone.
Yeah, you got number 45, Chris, in North Alabama's bullpen. That's our right-hander, John Allen Stogner, getting loose.
So now with 2 gone, nobody on, we'll see Stephen Milam. Milam aboard on a walk, came around to score on that double from Jake Brown back in the third inning. Grounds it out to the shortstop, Jenkins, his first time up. Pitch from Parrish misses outside, and it's 1-0. Peel, scratch, and win some cash. Heat things up with crawfish from the lottery. You could win up to $3,000. Remember, it must be at least 21 to purchase. 1 ball, no strikes. Milam awaits. Left-hander looks. Pitch from Parrish is low. Now makes it 2 balls, no strikes. Tigers 6 runs on 7 hits. 5 runs in the third, 1 so far here in the fourth, as Milam pops this one up. Should be playable up the first base line. Who wants it? Looks like Parrish is going to try it, and the pitcher in foul territory cannot make the play. He signaled off Delgado, who struggled earlier. The catcher missed on a foul ball in the first base side earlier in the game, and this time he allowed his pitcher to make the call, but he could not make the play, and it falls harmlessly onto the turf, and a 2-1 count will bring Milam back to the plate to swing again.
Yeah, they can make an instructional video these last 3 games of pop-up communication between catcher, first baseman, and pitcher. Typically, you never want your pitcher trying to catch a pop-up. Catcher, as we talked about earlier, is a tough thing to do with the glove. If the corner infielders can get to it, that's just an easier play for them.
2-1, sails outside, now make it 3-1. Not easy for pitchers unless you're one of those infield slash pitchers like Buzzy Heidel. then you have all the faith and confidence in the world.
It's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
Alabama.
Brown had the RBI double back in the third inning. There's a first pitch called strike, and it's 0-1.
Stogner getting his 3rd appearance this year. He's not giving up a run in 2 innings, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He's going to be 86 to 88 miles an hour with the fastball. His curveball is his best secondary pitch.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Maybe just got a piece. But nonetheless, Brown falls behind in the count, 0-2.
Stogner will throw a slider. It'll work more like a cutter. He started 9 games last year for North Alabama, made 12 appearances. So another guy that does have some experience.
2 outs, nobody on. The 0-2. Brown, a ground ball. A worm burner after a high bounce in the grass. Makes its way to Jonathan Lane. He'll pick it up, throw to first in time for out number 3. But the Tigers add 2 more. It'll be R.J. Sherwood, grad student out of Canton, Michigan, a right-hander. As Kate Anderson begins, blows this one by him at 93 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. This one fouled back over the first base dugout, out of play. And Anderson works ahead quickly, 0-2.
Anderson approaching 60 pitches on the night. He's at 57. Fastball still got some life to it.
Just missed the outer half with a fastball. As you said, still right around 94 miles an hour. After starting the game, Posey, as you pointed out, around 92, 93. Suddenly now it's consistently at 94. Again, a late swing, but fighting off the pitch. Again, a fastball at 95. R.J. Sherwood stays alive as he fouls it down the first base line. Still 1-2 the count. Sherwood on the night. Had a base hit back in the second inning, left stranded. Anderson's 1-2. And another swing and a foul into the screen. Anderson ready to work. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed. Swing and a miss. Had him all shook up. Anderson with yet another punch out. His 8th of the night. One away here at the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring Alex Wade to the plate. It was caught looking by Anderson his first time up back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, again, very impressive by Anderson tonight with the command of all the pitches. The fastball's got good life, and he's working it in and out, and real good command of every all-speed pitch.
Misses inside on the first offering to Wade, and it's 1-0.
And with this report, Anderson's slider is his best secondary, but he's been throwing the curveball and working in that changeup.
There's a swing and a miss. Fastball at 95, starting to get a little more velo here, even though he's up to 63 pitches thrown. 1-1 now, the count to Wade. That one a strike at the knees. 95 solid with a hammer, and it's 1-2. Anderson last Friday in Frisco went 5 1/3, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Ahead in the count here, the 1-2. Tried to nibble the inside corner, just missed. Steady diet of fastballs thrown to Alex Wade. It evens a count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and anytime he always is competing. Even the balls are right there to be called. You know, it's those 50-50 balls we call them.
This one a breaking ball, fouled back, catches the overhang behind us. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count remains to Wade.
All around the zone is Anderson.
This one got loose.
I talked him into that one.
Outside and high to fill the count 3-2 now to Alex Wade. Transferred into North Alabama from Pearl River Community College. Beautiful Poplarville, Mississippi. This one fastball challenged, but fouled back into the screen. Still 3-2 the count.
It's an easy 95 as well. I mean, he's not all arms and elbows. It's smooth, easy delivery, and it's coming right at you.
Another payoff delivery. Light breeze, really not pushing the flags around all that much. There's a ground ball bouncer, but foul down the third base line off the bat of Bryant Loving. And it's 0-1 to the Lion third baseman. It's caught looking by Anderson, one of 8 strikeouts tonight. Again, 1 away, nobody on. The 0-1 down the middle at the belt, and it's strike 2.
Don't get me wrong, everybody loves a good pitcher's duel from time to time, but I think a lot of people, if you ask them, when they come to the ballpark, they want to see the balls leave the yard.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. That time sped him up, had it a little elevated, about letter high. 9th strikeout is no, he did not go around, and it's 2-0.
Starting to get a little move
off the bat of Jenkins. Moves the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, the personnel down there, nobody up and throwing or stretching at the moment. Again, that pitch count now. 75 pitches thrown by Anderson. This will be pitch number 76 with 2 outs. Top of the 5th. And another foul off the bat of Jenkins. Evens a count 2-2.
Chris, Doug, and I were able to, before the game on Wednesday, go down to the bullpen and get a tour from Coach Jamie Tutko. It's pretty cool down there.
I was going to say, probably works well for you and Duder down there. This one popped up on the infield. Anderson calling for it. Slightly up the first base line, but Jared Jones going to come in and overreach and make the grab for out number 3. A little confusion there as Anderson and Jones give each other a little wink and a smile as they make their way back to the dugout. Luckily, no collision, and luckily, Bear able to hold on for out number 3 as Anderson yielded and falls down on the ground. But John Allen Stogner continues, second pitcher of the night for the Lions. First time he'll face Hernandez, and the first delivery a strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1. Hernandez, a strikeout victim to the starter Parrish back in the second inning, but then a single and scored a run in that third where the Tigers plated 5 runs, breaking a scoreless game. Stogner's 0-1 pitch. Sent back foul into the screen. Hernandez behind in the count, 0-2. Fans, find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. With an 0-2 count now, they'll shift the defense left of second base. They move Jonathan Lane, the second baseman, so 3 infielders to the left side of the diamond. The 0-2 to Hernandez, just got a piece of it, rolls it back to the backstop, stays alive with an 0-2 count.
Hernandez was a part of the Puerto Rico national team over the summer, actually in September of 2024, won a silver medal in China. He hit .350 there with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs, and of course hit 23 homers last year for Indiana State, was a first-team All-Missouri Valley Conference selection. So a guy that's done it for a little while.
Looks like we've got some equipment issues with the catcher Matthew Delgado and his digital watch that relays the signals in from his head coach and pitching coach, so they'll exchange that.
Yeah, the things you didn't have to worry about 10 years ago was how you got the pitch selection, and it was really no coaches give signs anymore. It's just look at the band and listen for the coach over the speaker.
Nothing in 2, the count to Hernandez. Pitch. Missed low, got away from Delgado. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Going to be interesting. We talked about it the opening weekend of the season. Really, there's been a conversation since, Buzzy, about again having multiple catchers at the disposal, something that Jay Johnson said he learned his lesson in year 1. So you want to see how they settle into the most part everyday catchers. This one misses away and low to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you always need a couple guys that, especially over the course of a long year and a long weekend where maybe one guy's legs are tired, and give him a day off.
2-2, missile shot towards the scoreboard and left, high and deep. This one's gone. Luis Hernandez, home run number 1. Bunch of Tigers tonight getting their first round tripper. Another LSU online home run for the Tigers. They get the run back with 1 swing of the bat by Hernandez with a leadoff homer to left, and it's 8-1 LSU.
Well, if it goes a foot over the fence or 40 foot over the fence, they all count the same, but they are a little more impressive when they're hit so far. And Luis Hernandez absolutely demolishes this baseball, hanging breaking ball. Really didn't hang a ton. It wasn't a terrible pitch, and Hernandez goes down and gets it. And that's the power that we talked about from Indiana State last year with the 23 homers. He hits his first one in a Tiger uniform.
5th home run of the night for the Tigers. Another solo shot for LSU. We'll see Tanner Reeves, who had the 3-run bomb over the right center field fence, and he will absolutely scoot this one down into the corner and right on the first pitch he sees, and the ball gets away from Alex Wade. He'll have to chase it down at the track. Sliding in safely is Reeves. It'll be a double for Reeves. He would have made it whether or not Wade mishandled it. In fact, Wade did a pretty good job after running into trouble over there in that tight area in the right field corner to pick it up quickly. Otherwise, I thought when it got away from him, Buzzy, there may be a chance for 3, but a good recovery by Wade to get the ball back in time.
Well, Reeves with a single, a home run, now a double. They always say the hardest part of the hitting for the cycle is the triple. I think the fans had a clue on that. They were wanting him to keep picking him up, putting him down, and give a chance for a triple. That way his next at bat would have only been a double away, but nonetheless, good piece of hitting, and Reeves stays hot.
Still nobody out. And we'll see Stanfield showing bunt, and it's a foul down the third base line. Stanfield bunting for a single, obviously, as well as trying to get Reeves over to third base, but a foul will make it 0-1. Stanfield will pick up the lumber and come back to the plate.
Yeah, that was what my old coach Manera would call the quasi bunt. That was you said it best. It was a perfect description. I'm laying the bunt down, trying to get the guy over, but also if I can get the bunt down and get it as a hit and become safe at first base, then kind of the best of both worlds.
0-1 the count to Stanfield. Stogner looks back to second, looks again, now brings it to the plate, and a swing and a miss. Stanfield couldn't catch up to the 89-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-2. We mentioned Wade having some trouble navigating that double down the right field line, and that's one of the things both LSU and opponents who are used to coming to the box, a la the SEC, they'll have to deal with that this year. It's a little different playing it down the line. Stanfield swats this one to center, but hangs up long enough for Alex Wilson to get underneath it in center field to record the first out of the inning. Reeves makes his way back to second base.
Well, in a weekend series, most teams show up on a Thursday. They've got a Thursday night practice, and then series start on a Friday, or if you got a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you show up on a Wednesday. That would be one of my things as a coach. If I show up to a ballpark and I see the wall going out to almost getting into fair territory, I get my outfielders out there and start hitting fungos off of it just to kind of get some repetition of what the ball's going to do.
Got a lefty up and throwing now for the Lions in the bullpen. As John Alex Stogner running into some trouble here. Already the Tigers 1 run on 2 hits. They have a runner at second. Back to the top of the order, Derek Curiel. First pitch a strike, and it's 0-1. Curiel tonight, a walk in the first. Again, a base on balls in the second. Fly ball out last time to center field. Runner down at second and Reeves. Here's the 0-1. Misses away, making 1 ball, 1 strike now to Curiel.
You mentioned the left-handed pitcher, Chris. That's left-handed pitcher number 51, Caleb Menina. Menina actually out of Morgan City, Louisiana. So Louisiana boy, transferred from the University of New Orleans.
Low and inside. Curiel dances out of the way, and it's now 2-1.
Played for an old teammate of mine, Blake Dean, who was the former head coach of the UNO Privateers.
2 balls, 1 strike to Curiel, with 1 out and a runner at second, and an 8-1 LSU lead. Stogner fires. Missed away, 3-1. Curiel on the season, as we mentioned, batting .440, .562 with runners in scoring position. 4 doubles, a triple, and 1 home run on the year for the freshman. Stogner fires the 3-1. Hit in the air to center field. Wilson circling over, now settles under it. Makes the grab, tagging up is Reeves from second base. The throw coming in, but off the mark, and sliding safely into third will be Reeves. So the Tigers able to advance the runner just 90 feet away from home plate with 2 down. We'll see Jared Jones try to add to this 8-1 lead now with 2 outs. Jones on the night 0 for 3. A couple of fly ball outs and a ground out to Bryant Loving last time in the 4th inning.
And nice job by Reeves on the sac fly of getting to third base. Typically, you don't want to take a chance and make the third out at third. But if you know you're going to get to third base, you're going to be safe, and it's not going to be close, and you always want to take the extra bag no matter what. You just don't want to take a chance. And Reeves was able to, he slid into third, but was really going to be safe by a long way. And now, a lot of ways you can score from third base than you can from second, so 90 feet away.
Jones ready to go. Stogner fires. Misses high and outside for ball 1.
I think Jones is thinking, I want to be a part of the home run parade. If you just said Tigers would have 5 home runs tonight, you would think Jones would have been in the mix in that. Let's see if he can't get in it here.
The 1-0. It's a strike at the knees to even the count 1-1. Jones on the year batting .450 with 2 outs. An impressive .462 with runners in scoring position. .755 slugging percentage so far through 14 plus games. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Reeves down at third. LSU up 8-1 here over North Alabama. The 1-1 pitch. And on the hands and high. Ball 2, 2-1.
Maverick Rizzi down in the LSU bullpen starting to get loose. I noticed he's on the middle slot. There's 3 mounds in the bullpen. And one thing I noticed being down there, Chris, is when you're on one side of the mound, you're actually pretty close to the top of that grandstand.
2-1, sent back foul above the first base dugout off the bat of Jones. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm just 5'11", 6 foot on a good day, but Maverick Rizzi, Rizzi who sits at 6'9", he's got to get on the middle mound or even all the way to the right. Because
that's what I alluded to earlier. I'm sure when you and Doug went down there, the place was full of room, no problem whatsoever. But LSU carries a lot of guys over 6'4".
Yeah.
This one missing high, and that'll field the count now to Jones.
So you're saying me, Doug, and Coach Johnson would be fine down there?
Me as well, if I had any business in a bullpen, which I don't. Reeves with a leadoff third, 2 outs. A payoff pitch to Jones. Big swing, but it's popped up into shallow right field. Jonathan Lane, the second baseman, plants his feet and makes the play for out number 3. The Tigers get a run back, however, on a solo shot to left field. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 man left on at third base. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 8-1 LSU. They lead 8-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Top of the order for the Lions. Jonathan Lane, the second baseman, to lead it off. And a swing and a miss. Cade Anderson out there to start his 6th inning of work. And it's 0-1. Lane tonight 1 for 2. Put a swing into this one. Sends it out to right field. Jake Brown coming over, and Brown has it for out number 1. Tigers so far tonight, 8 runs on 10 hits. For the Lions, 1 run, 3 hits, and 3 errors in the field. Now we'll see the DH, Nash Rippon, bat for the 3rd time tonight. Caught looking in the first, struck out swinging to Anderson in the 3rd. Anderson, by the way, 9 strikeouts, giving up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. This pitch low for ball 1, 1-0 to Rippon.
Anderson now up to 80 pitches on the night.
Anderson fires, and a nice breaking ball, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. One pitch. That's down the middle for a strike. Rippon couldn't quite fully commit, but he falls behind in the count, 1-2.
And not sure Rippon totally agreed with home plate umpire Brian Hale on that one.
Here's the 1-2. That one a called strike 3. Punch out number 10 for Cade Anderson. 2 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. Masterful work on the mound for Anderson there in that at bat. Had Rippon all kinds of uncomfortable.
That's a very good way to describe it. He went soft in on Rippon, and again, Rippon didn't like the call, but then a perfectly placed fastball on the outer part of the plate.
Matthew Delgado 0 for 2 tonight. The catcher swings at the first pitch, slow rolling foul ball down the first base line. And it sets the count at 0-1.
A good changeup from Anderson, and the slider, again, is said to be his best secondary. I've been really impressed with the changeup tonight.
The 0-1 to Delgado. Strike at the letters. Comes back with a fastball at 93, and it's 0-2. So far with 5 2/3. Longest outing so far for Anderson. Trying to make it an even 6 here. That one misses high and outside, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Down in the dirt, and is able to block it up. 2-2 the count. Tomorrow these 2 teams set to play at 6 o'clock, although again the weather may be a concern tomorrow for Saturday here in South Louisiana. Talk it over after tonight's game. Take a look at the forecast. Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. And he's able to muscle this one into left center field. So Delgado with a 2-out single, his first hit of the night. 4th hit for the Lions. And that'll put a runner aboard and get Petey Kraska, the first baseman, a chance to bat here for North Alabama.
Yeah, that off-speed pitch by Anderson just hung up a little bit. Delgado in the 3-hole, one of North Alabama's better hitters, able to put the good part of the wood on it and serve it out to left center.
Nate Yeske now going to come out of the Tiger dugout and visit with the infield and his starter Cade Anderson here. So time called with 2 outs, a runner on here in the top of the 6th inning. So again, tomorrow scheduled for 6 o'clock for game 2. We'll wait and see late tonight, maybe early tomorrow morning. A decision, if any, will be made to change the game time. Of course, stay tuned to LSUsports.net, as well as following LSU baseball on social media. Probably your first chance to find out if there's any change to game 2. Then on Sunday, game 3 between the Lions and the Tigers, set for a 1 o'clock first pitch. Final non-conference weekend of the season. Mizzou will be here next week to start SEC play. As Nate Yeske, the pitching coach, now back in the dugout for LSU. So Kraska comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the cleanup spot. He's got a runner at first, but again, almost leaning this time. But getting back is Delgado after Anderson makes a move over to first. Delgado, the catcher, actually 1 for 1 in stolen bases on the year. Take a 2.5 step lead. Anderson bring a breaking ball to the plate, missed inside, and it's 1-0 to Kraska. Again, great to have you here on a Friday night, listening all across the state and around the globe, and tuned in on the SEC Network Plus. 1-0, high and got away from Hernandez. Kraska able to stay away from swinging, I believe. They ruled it ball 2, and it just came over the top of the mitt there. I think Jay Johnson, along with Tiger fans, thought there's going to be a discussion here as Jay comes out of the dugout, wants to visit with Brian Hale. I'm not sure it was a check swing. I mean, Kraska did. Ooh. Did it touch any of the bat, or did it catch the top of the mitt?
I was going to say, if the only thing that they could argue is if it was a foul tip to get the runner Delgado back to first, because even if he went around, it's just a strike, and maybe he might have been wanting the strike call.
Again, Delgado makes his way to second to get in scoring position here. They just wanted to verify. They'll say it did come off the mitt. No contact off the bat of Kraska. So the 2-0 pitch, big swing and a miss. Swinging for the fences, but couldn't find the fastball from Anderson, a little low in the zone. And that'll make it 2-1. Kraska again. A ground out, flied out foul territory. Another swing and a miss, and a pitch down in the dirt. Down on strikes goes Kraska as Anderson records strikeout number 11, and that'll do it for the Lions here in the top of the 6th. No runs, 1 hit. They leave a man stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. LSU will send to the plate Dickinson, Pearson, and Milam. That's the meat of the order presented by 44 Farms. 3, 4, and 5 due up. LSU leading. Should mention Cade Arabidi came in for the Tigers there in the top of the 6th inning to catch for Luis Hernandez. Was he able to catch that? I was not. But give credit where credit's due. So he has entered the game defensively for the Tigers. We can expect to see him come to the plate. First it'll be Daniel Dickinson to lead it off, followed by Pearson and Milam due up. 8-1 LSU leads over North Alabama. John Allen Stogner continues his relief work. The pitch missing away from the right-hander Dickinson, and it's 1-0. Good start for LSU women's basketball. Second quarter action from Greenville, South Carolina. Tigers leading Florida 35-24 at last check. The 1-0. Good eye, just missed inside. Now 2-0 the count to Dickinson, who had a single in the first inning, grounded out to the shortstop in the third, and had the solo home run back in the fourth. 1 of 5 tonight for the Tigers. 4 solos and 1 3-run bomb by Tanner Reeves. There's a strike. Finally, Stogner able to find the corner, and it's 2-1.
Dickinson's done a nice job defensively, too, this year for LSU. He's hitting well over 400 on the offensive side of things, but having a slick second base.
Now we have time called here as our first base umpire, Michael Lusky. Can look like maybe they asked for something to be picked up on the field. Yep, indeed, out in right field. Another baseball got free, so they'll remove that from the playing field. 2-1 the count to Dickinson. Stogner comes set and fires the 2-1. Missed high, 3-1.
Chris, I'm not sure if you were able to see the play that Dickinson and Mila made in Texas.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That was something to see. That was clean.
A thing of beauty.
You practice that, like when you're just messing around in the infield. That's what you practice, and for it to happen in a game.
There's a strike on the outside corner. Dickinson thought it had missed, but did not leave the batter's box, although he was about to. That'll fill the count 3-2. Dickinson leading things off here. Stogner fires, and that one does miss for ball 4. So another leadoff walk given up by the Lions will put Dickinson down at first. Bring Josh Pearson to the plate. Pearson with that solo home run in the third to get that 5-run third inning going, as we'll have a pinch runner now. Michael Braswell will come in to run for Dickinson at first base.
I actually saw Tanner Reeves move over to second base in a previous game, and Braswell went in to play third. It'll be interesting to see with Dickinson out now if they move Reeves to second or let Braswell play second.
Semi-shift on for the Lions here with the left-handed hitting Pearson. They've got the shortstop Jenkins just about behind the second base bag, a shade to the right. First pitch to Josh, strike on the inner half, and it's 0-1. Tigers, as we mentioned, 5 home runs so far tonight. Josh with one of those. Last time the Tigers had 5 home runs in a game, last April in the game against Grambling.
Josh got the party started there in the third inning. It was the first of 5, and it was a moonshot to right field.
Quick throw over to first. Braswell, though, easily back to the bag. Braswell, last year's everyday shortstop for the Tigers, getting work at third with Milam moving over to short. This pitch short of the plate, blocked up by Delgado. Evens the count 1-1 to Pearson.
Maverick Rizzi still playing a little catch down in the LSU bullpen.
Braswell with the lead off first, and another throw over. Again, not a huge lead, only about a 2-step lead, so easily back to the bag. One and one, the count to Pearson. Tigers' designated hitter here on this Friday night. Stogner's pitch off speed, missed high, 2-1. Pearson batting .312. Again, his first home run coming earlier tonight. He's got 5 doubles. Trying to improve that number with runners on. Batting .222 here in the early go of 2025. The 2-1 sent back foul off the bat. Evens the count 2-2. Things certainly going to heat up here in Baton Rouge, but fans, remember, whenever you're ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice since 1997. Slow Melt Ice, a leader in packaged ice for industrial and retail businesses in South Louisiana. Check them out at slowmeltice.com. That's SLOMELTICE.com. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Josh Pearson with a runner at first, nobody out. Stogner fires. Pearson, big swing, lifts it high in the air. Giving a look will be Jenkins, but it's out of play, left side. Still 2-2.
If you wonder why Coach Jay Johnson always mentions Pearson and being part of just big moments for LSU, how about this, Chris? 3 years in a row, all-tournament team, NCAA all-tournament team. 2022 in Hattiesburg, 2023 here in Baton Rouge, and then 2024 last year in Chapel Hill. So a guy that gets it done in the clutch and when LSU needs to get it done.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Comes in a little low. Fills the count now to Josh, 3-2. Milam stands on deck. Still nobody out here. Bottom of the 6th. Tigers already double-digit hits. Bengal Pest Product base hit count. 8 runs on 10 hits tonight for LSU. Braswell off and running on the 3-2 pitch. Missing low. Ball 4. So now runners first and second. See how much longer they stick with Stogner here. With nobody out, LSU starting to put runners on. We'll see Milam, who's 1 for 2. Had the solo shot just over the fence in right center field. His 3rd homer of the year. That came back in the 4th inning. He got aboard on a walk and scored a run in the 3rd after Jake Brown brought him in with an RBI double.
Well, the Lions still have left-handed pitcher Caleb Menina getting loose down in their bullpen.
And now we're going to get a visit on the mound. So after Milam dug in, we'll see if Stogner's night is done. It's a slow walk, I believe, by Jad Prakniak. Still waiting to get the hook sign. Looks like the left-hander ready to come out of the bullpen, just waiting for the official from his head coach. Baseball is taken from Stogner, and they'll make the call to the bullpen. Pitching change once again powered by Sunshine. Tell you about the numbers on the new pitcher for the Lions. Coming in with the Tigers runners first and second, nobody out, and LSU leading 8-1. Milam will be at the plate to face the new North Alabama pitcher. When we continue our score, LSU leading over North Alabama here in Game 1. New pitcher on the mound, number 51, Caleb Menina. Buzzy told you earlier when he started to warm in the bullpen, a Morgan City, Louisiana native. Started his career at UNO. The left-hander takes over. LSU with runners first and second, nobody out. And Stephen Milam set to step in and bat from the right side against the left-hander.
Yeah, Menina getting his 2nd appearance of the year. He's thrown 1 inning, given up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. He's going to be 82 to 84 miles an hour. It's going to be fastball's going to be a sinker, actually. It's going to be sinker, slider, changeup. He's come in to try to tame these Tiger bats, which has been very, very hot this evening.
So as I mentioned, Milam will bat for the first time tonight from the right side. In Milam hitting .485 during LSU's 8-game win streak. 4 doubles, 2 home runs. Now make it 3 with the 1 earlier tonight. 14 runs batted in coming into tonight. So with runners first and second, Menina fires the first pitch. Milam high chopper, bounces out of the glove of Loving, who was backpedaling at third, trying to get to the high chop. Got it in the glove, but it popped out well behind the third base bag, and everybody's safe without a throw, and the base is loaded.
Chris, well, we got a little time. I'll give you a scoreboard update presented by Republic Finance. We've got a few finals already. And by way of 10-run rule by a bunch of these, Alabama 10-run rule Presbyterian 10-0 in 7 innings. Texas A&M big over New Mexico State 19-0. Florida 12-0 over Harvard.
Jake Brown to the plate with the bases loaded. The first pitch from Menina missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes for Brown, who's 1 for 3. Had the RBI double back in the 3rd inning. Braswell at third, Pearson at second, Milam on the chop, and the infield single, as it was ruled. That's the 11th Bingo Pest Product hit of the night for LSU, as Milam at first base. Missing for ball 2, it's now 2-0 to Brown. The pitch inside on the hands. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put Brown with the bases loaded.
A couple more finals. Tennessee beat St. Bonaventure 12-0. That one actually went 9 innings. Vanderbilt 10-run rule Xavier in 7 innings, 15-3. Arkansas big over Portland 20-3 in 7 innings.
3-0 pitch. Take was on, and it misses low for ball 4. That'll bring in a run. Braswell, who came in to pinch run for Dickinson, who got aboard on a leadoff walk, will touch home plate. That'll make it 9-1 LSU.
Chris, two more finals. Kentucky run rules Wofford 12-2 in 7 innings. Georgia with the win over Columbia 14-5. That one, of course, went 9 innings.
Kate Arambidi, who we told you came in defensively for Hernandez there in the top of the 6th inning. At catcher will bat for the first time. We'll have another pinch runner coming in. Mikey Ryan coming in. Milam will make his way to the dugout after a very productive night once again. Still the bases loaded, nobody out. LSU up 9-1. Arambidi with an opportunity here. Freshman batting .200 on the season. 3 for 15 in his plate appearances so far with a double and 1 home run. Has driven in 4 runs. Lefty on righty matchup here with the bases loaded. The pitch swung on, a bouncer foul down the third base line.
Arambidi, the freshman out of Tomball, Texas, got his first home run in the comeback against North Dakota State on Tuesday. And a guy that all the talent in the world just needs to have a little success for things to start going his way.
The 0-1 pitch, way outside. Puts it up 1 ball and 1 strike. Medina, the left-hander, in a tough spot here. Nobody out. Again, the bases loaded. Already 9-1. 1 run in. Walked in by Medina. Ground ball to third. Slow bouncer. Loving will go to second. Lane with a relay not in time. So they will get Brown at first base. But that leaves runners on the corners. They'll exchange 1 out. So with 1 away, Arambidi arriving safely. We'll see John Pearson come in to bat in the 8th spot for Tanner Reeves, who had the 3-run homer earlier. So again, with a 10-1 lead now. Coach Johnson able to get some substitutions in. We'll see John Pearson swing the bat for the 6th time this year. Runners on the corners with 1 out. 10-1 LSU leads. Pitch from Medina. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Got a right-hander down in North Alabama's bullpen. That's number 21, Justice Agosto.
The 0-1 to Pearson. Missed outside and high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pearson, of course, the younger brother of Josh. Highly heralded player here in the state of Louisiana. Perfect game, said he was the 6th best player in the entire state last season. Runners first and third, the 1-1. A strike offered up by Medina to get him ahead 1-2.
Yeah, he hit .378 last year for West Monroe. Helped lead him to the 2024 state title. Had 10 doubles, 2 triples, 6 homers, 45 RBIs.
1 ball, 2. Boy, did John run into that one.
So much for the 2-strike approach. He gets the ball out over the plate, and he absolutely rips it. You're right, Chris.
Tigers 4 solo shots and 2 3-run dingers. 1 out, bases cleared, and we'll see Ethan Fry come in to pinch hit for Stanfield at the bottom of the order. Fry with 2 home runs on the year, along with a double. Batting .318. Great to see a fully healthy Fry in the Tiger uniform as that first pitch missing low, and it's 1-0. Again, the 10-run rule in effect for tonight's game 1. Right now it's 13-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Medina's 1-0 pitch. Able to get it in there. Breaking ball, make it strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Fry. Going to catch the corner at the knees to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Ethan Fry. Basketball with a regular season finale tomorrow. 3 o'clock tip time at the Maravich Center. Rematch with Texas A&M coming in. Ranked number 22 in the land. Hopefully they come in a little overconfident. off the heels of their defeat of number 1 Auburn. Fry right back up the middle with a base hit to center field. His 8th hit of the season. Tigers now with 13 Bingo Pest Product base hits. And with 1 out, a runner on. To the top of the order we go.
Good piece of hitting by Fry. Kind of got out in front. It was an off-speed pitch, but the hand stayed back. Hand stayed back long enough and then was able to let that ball travel far enough where he just slapped it right back through the middle.
Another pinch hitter. Blaze Priester going to swing the bat. Redshirt junior out of Denham Springs. Coming to LSU via Meridian Community College. Take the place of Curiel atop the order here for LSU. Priester, a right-handed hitter, batting for just the 4th time this season, but before he sees a pitch, going to be a meeting here on the mound. Not sure if they have. Looked as though they had a right-hander that may be ready. They got up and worked furiously down in the bullpen, but we'll see here. Time is called with 1 out. Runner at first and a 13-1 LSU lead. Hey fans, coming up March 17th, it's the season premiere of the Jay Johnson Show. Live from TJ Ribs, coming your way Mondays at 6 p.m. Again, starting on March 17th. Jay Johnson Show presented by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Invite you out. Have dinner on Monday night. Get the very latest on LSU. And I've said it 1,000 times, working with Jay Johnson on his coach's show, it's all baseball. Which is pretty much Jay Johnson's life.
I was going to say, that's him.
If you haven't figured that out. Like they did make a pitching change here. They bring somebody out?
They did, number 21, Chris.
So a pitching change once again presented by Sunshine. We'll take a timeout. LSU with the lead. 1 out, Fry at first base. Blade. Back to action here at the box. Blaze Priester pinch hitting for the Tigers. The right-hander takes the first pitch offered up by Justice Augusto and fouls it slowly down the first base line, and it's 0-1. Again, Priester batting for just the 4th time this season. Facing Augusto with a runner at first, 1 down, and the Tigers up 13-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Priester awaits. Augusto checks the runner, now fires, and it's low at the knees, 1-1.
Augusto making his 2nd appearance of the year. He's thrown 2/3 inning, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. He's 88-91 with the fastball.
Priester swings, pops it up near home plate. Now Delgado again on the just above the LSU logo behind the plate. This time able to glove it for out number 2. So Priester retired. Fry, of course, stays put at first base, and with 2 down, we'll see Jared Jones. He will bat 5th time tonight. He's 0 for 4. A couple of fly ball outs to center. Grounded out to the 3rd baseman Loving in the 4th. And flied out to shallow 2nd base Jonathan Lane last time in the 5th inning. Tigers 13 runs on 13 hits tonight. Again, the 10-run rule in effect. Tigers up by 12 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch to Jones, almost caught him. He spins inside to get out of the way, and it's 1-0.
Well, Jones came into the game with an 11-game hitting streak. So that's on the line, trying to keep that going. Actually, a reach base streak of 14 games. Trying to keep both of those games going in this at-bat.
And make the play for out number 3.